Alright, so welcome back to my shed. Today I'm going to start on a project. Well, to be honest, I've already started on it. But today I'm going to continue on a project that you're not aware of. I'm going to try to expand the chicken coop. Now, any friends and family know I've been talking about this for a while. I want to make it a bit bigger on the inside, both because the chickens deserve to have a decent enough space to live, and on days that it's bad weather out, sometimes they get locked inside. I want them to have enough room to move around. I'm also thinking about getting a few more chickens. So today, let me show you what I'm looking at doing. You can see in this bay, there's some insulation. This needs to be covered over with press wood from there right to the corner. This stud here, this one here is where the new wall is going to go. Or not exactly new wall, because I'm going to take this one down and I'm going to move it over and I'm going to put it on this wall. And I need to put a new ceiling then in, which means I need to take this shelf down, get all the stuff off of it, and move some things around. So I got a bit of work in front of me to get this going. So let's get to work and keep an eye out for critters. Because as you can see by that pile of insulation there, there's definitely critters. Wait for a nice sunny day to be able to outside. It's sunny, but it's also Alright, the shelf is cleared off. I'll have to use the drill in a second to start taking it apart. But first, I kind of need to deal with all of that mess. Alright, just play with this. Let's deal with shelf next. That's fine. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll know that this is my solar setup. Solar setup's not really working the best. I currently have 3 batteries up on the ceiling here over the chicken coop, and they're not enough to provide light for a couple of days. They'll do for a while. The light bulb is not LED the way it should be, but it's not enough battery power there to keep it going if I don't have good sunlight while it's in use. So thinking about it, I think the next step should be to get ready to move this wall, which means interesting things are about to happen. Because there's 3 batteries up here, I need to support the ceiling, which means I'm going to make a temporary joist and some supports to hold that up, because I don't have the room in this little shed to take everything down and to have more of a mess here than what I currently have. And I currently have a good mess, trust me. I've spent a little time off camera supporting the ceiling over here. I've been pulling screws of anything that looks like it's joining our wall to the outside wall of the shed or the floor. I think I'm still missing 1 or 2 in this outside one, but I've realized I've come to a bit of a problem. I'm going to turn you a little bit here. See the joist for the ceiling here, it butts up against the pallet. There's a small piece of 1/2-inch plywood here that I don't want to take off the wall because, you know, it's helping. But I do believe the screws that are joining this together are buried in behind it. So I think I'm going to use a new Christmas tool to try to fix this problem. So I'm possibly only going to get 1 shot to show you this cut. For Christmas, I got an oscillating multi-tool. So the plan is to come in through the bottom here and see if I can get at the screws and cut them off. I've already got the first ones over here done. Let's hope this works. That was friggin' loud. And I'm not sure how effective it is. I have a hard time getting, this is the middle one I was just working at. I got a hard time getting at it from inside because of the supports I put in place. And I got to get at the other one here on the corner. So I think there might be a screw in through the edge here, and I'll try to cut that one off next. Think I almost got it. Things are moving. This post is the problem area now. She moved. That was a battery. before you get knocked down. I'm almost there, but that made it nearly impossible for me to get in here, in this side. I have too much junk in this place. So over on this side, the supports are holding up nicely. I don't know why I don't know how I knocked down the battery from there. But so far that's the only problem that I've had that way. So I need to move a few things so that I can get access to the back side of this wall. And then I can start using some lumber I got here, hopefully, to make a ceiling here and join this stuff back together. I'm getting too old and too tubby. Still kind of shaky because I don't have ceiling joists yet, but I'm going to get there. So I kind of went a bit further than I should have with the camera turned off. Some of it is just a very tight fit in here, and of course there's a mess. I've knocked things over. Things are not very cleanly. In my opinion at the time, that would take a lot longer than what I got. It probably would not have, let's be honest. But wall is moved. It's now stable. It's not something I'd put Andre the Giant on. I wouldn't ask him to shake it. He'll go, But the ceiling rafters are up, and I put some plywood on the top, mostly because I want to use that up there as shelving. Not really to keep chickens out, because, you know, weight of the plywood would be enough even if they could get up that high. They can, but they have no power to bounce it up. But there is a few screws into it just the same, just so that I won't accidentally nudge it around when I'm doing things and getting in here. But the next part of the game is to take down the temporary supports and hope that everything fits. Now mostly there's a board back here you can barely see, and the support in there. That's mostly what I want to take down. I want to leave a support here, but I don't think it's going to be that one, just because it's covered in nails and I think it's going to be a pain in the ass to get out. But I'm not sure. It's also less stable than the one in there, so I'm hoping that with the 3-inch nails I got put in through joining the two joists together, that it'll be strong enough for at least a little while for me to swap them out and clean them up a little bit, and then the inside one will be here to brace the ceiling, and I'll situate it a little better so that it's under both of the new ceiling joists. So that's the plan. Let's hope I don't get another battery falling down. Okay, so it's out. Nothing's falling on my head just yet. Nothing's fallen down yet. Of course. I'm gonna go see what I can do for a better support beam. Alright, so I whipped together a bit of a joist. It's got a joint in it. I'm not so happy about that. But when you're doing things with recycled wood, you often have to compromise that way. Now this is only a chicken coop. Chickens are not going to be bothered by this. So let's get some stuff done. I had already unscrewed it. Some nice 3-inch screws will secure this to the top very nicely. Alright, so that's good and secure, and as I get time and materials, I'll bridge the spaces in between. Alright, time to move the doorway. It's going to come over here in this new open space. Alright, so taking the hinges off now. So this is where I want the door is offset from the framework by a good inch. I have some 1-inch pallet board. Screwed that on there. I would have enough to keep the door out the way it should be. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Alright. So I made another major leap. I got the door secured to the frame. Wasn't exactly exciting, and like a lot of this project, it's kind of hard to get the camera in a good angle for it. So I apologize for that. I know it's probably not going to be a very interesting video, but I'm filming what I'm doing. Next part is to attach this piece of plywood so that I can close the side where the door is going to meet. Like a lot of this project is taking bits and pieces that I have and making it work. I don't claim that it's pretty, only claim that it's going to work. Cheap drywall screws will do the trick. going to need to put a piece of wood across the bottom here so that the bedding, the pine shavings, don't get all flicked out, because let's face it, girls are messy, and they love to throw all the shavings around. This is part of the project that's most frustrating. I don't have all the things I want and need measured and cut and ready and easily assembled and make it great for the camera. I gotta go looking for things. As you can see, I can now open the door fully. Benefits of it being a bifold door, opens up and folds out the way fairly good. And the girls have now got a much larger area to be. I put a roosting pole in the same day that I enlarged it. Have it screwed into this chunk of wood. Use the hole saw to cut out a semicircle and then cut it in a circle and cut it in half. So that's where I'm going to end this video. My name is Stephen. You've been watching Heart's Delight Exports. Hope to see you again soon.